Hello, fellow Pipers. It has been a while. Today is Wednesday. As you can tell, it is a beautiful, sunny. No, it's not. It's a crappy day out here in Michigan. It's cloudy. We're supposed to have rain all day, but that's changed. So it's just going to remain cloudy and damp and moist for the remainder of the day. And need to take the little one out. And so we are out at a place called Chipman Preserve. Not Gordneck. This is completely opposite side of town. There's no hunting here, although I have seen tree stands. I think it's just not regulated during bow season. Plus, if there's no gunshots, who knows? And out here, I doubt anybody really cares. So there is that. So I should probably do some updates. Carnivore diet. Well, last weekend I went off of it. Temporarily, it was the weekend, wanted to have some fun. Enjoy myself a bit. We went to a couple of our favorite places. Had to get the burger of the month at Kelsey Block, and of course, that place being a brewery, had to get the beer. Also went to Tibbs, the brewery that I clean for, because I've got close to 300. People call it free beer, but I do work for it, so they owe me 300 beers, almost, and decided to cash in a few of those. Where else did I go? Bright Eyes. They have a really good maple walnut porter that is seasonal. So Saturday was the day that we went to Kelsey Block and Tibbs. Then Sunday we went to Bright Eyes, and that morning we went to Nonla Burger because they were doing breakfast hot dogs. That was their special of the day. On the weekends they open for breakfast, and they're playing around with a couple different recipes. None of them are bad. I haven't had one yet that I was like, ew. The breakfast burger was pretty good. The breakfast hot dog, which had a bacon wrapped hot dog in it, topped with scrambled eggs, pico de gallo, an aioli sriracha sauce. So Sunday I started feeling it. Felt like total garbage. My back, of all things, I didn't do any hard, strenuous manual labor Friday or Saturday to the point where I would think that my whole back would just ache, but it did. And the only thing I can think of is it was the beer or going off to carnivore diet. Felt miserable, had no energy. So that was how I spent Sunday. Monday, I almost called in to work, and the only reason I didn't is we had a guy who was on vacation. Monday was his last day off, and I thought, well, if I still feel like garbage on Tuesday, at least I know he's back at work. So Monday, felt like total garbage. It was a continuation of Sunday. Tuesday, I also had a really upset stomach. Was in and out of the bathroom all the time, Sunday and Monday. Tuesday started out that way. Didn't eat anything, chugged a ton of water, took my vitamins. For lunch, I had a package of steaks that I had taken out of the freezer the day before. It was the only thing that I ate yesterday. By the time I went to work, energy was back. I was completely focused. It was basically how I felt before the weekend started. Huge noticeable difference. I was running around at work, not being short-staffed and only having my area to take care of. It was a completely different experience, and I found myself with a shit ton of free time. At one point, one job that usually takes me a good half hour to 45 minutes to do, 20 minutes later, I'm putting my stuff away and I'm like, what do I do for the next 40 minutes? I don't know. So that was yesterday, and today is the same thing. I have not eaten yet today. I've had my coffee, and that is about it. Still feeling pretty good. I've got a package of pork steaks, pork chops, I don't know, waiting at home for me. So after I take her for a walk, I think we're going to stop at the library as well, because the bookstore opens in the basement at noon today. See what kind of new stuff they have there. I haven't been really buying much lately unless I come across something that I didn't know existed or never heard of before. So, a recent book I bought was, what was it called? Harlot's Promise? Something like that. And it was what's his name? Norman Mailer. I think it was one of his last novels about the CIA. I think Gribley's been here. I just can't get away from that man. So, found a Norman Mailer book I think I bought it for less than $1 at Goodwill. First edition, hardcover. Never heard of it before. I'm not too familiar with Norman Mailer. I know quite a bit about the guy, but as for reading his stuff, it's on my list of things to do. And as of tonight, I will be starting, I guess I could talk about my reading list. Tonight I will be starting Freedom by Jonathan Franzen. Actually, 3 of his books are on my to-read list coming up. And so I'm starting out with Freedom. I noticed that Hoopla has the Corrections, which is the more popular one that he is known for, primarily because it was in the Oprah Book Club, and then it wasn't in the Oprah Book Club, but then it was in the Oprah Book Club. Oprah is all about making up her mind. So, Freedom, The Corrections, and there was another one I found. Purity. That is his latest. And there's an audiobook version of that that's also available. So it's going to slow down my reading for the year. I set my goal on Goodreads to have 100 books this year, which is actually a low count considering previous years where I've done the reading challenge. But there's some stuff on my to-read list that is longer, more involved, and these are some of them. I think Jonathan Franzen is somebody I could definitely learn a lot from. I've been reading his essays lately, and I just finished reading The Discomfort Zone, which was an autobiographical series of stories he had written about his childhood and later about his adult life. That was very eye-opening. Probably something I should have read before I started writing Motherfucker, my year as a degenerate cook. But I don't know if it would have changed anything, if my style would have changed at all, or if I would have done it differently than I had. But anyways, writing schedule. Well, I have 2 books on Amazon right now for pre-order. Pre-order is, I've never done a book on pre-order before. It's a feature that it has its benefits because your readers, your followers can go on there, buy your book, and then once it's released the day of, it uploads to your phone or it ships if you buy it in print. I have the feature where if you buy it in print, you automatically get an ebook copy. So you get both for the purchase of one. I'm technically in the middle of recording the Daisy audiobook. I should be finished recording that at the end of this week, and then I have to go through and edit all the audio files, piece that together, turn it into an MP3, make the cover for the audiobook, upload the audiobook, and then finally be done with it. I am still finding a few edits, spelling errors, missed quotation marks, just, like really small dinky stuff that I think some of it was when I changed the font on the file during the layout, but others it's just simply stuff that I missed. So there is that. The audiobook for Motherfucker should be, it feels weird saying that, but I mean, I guess once you read the book, it makes sense. Plus, how many books out there have the F-bomb in the title these days? So I guess I really shouldn't be feeling too caught up in the title. But anyways, I think the audiobook for that will be either I'll be in the middle of it, recording it when it's released, or it'll be done after the book is released. It's not as long, so I mean, there is the possibility of having the audiobook done before the ebook and printed version are out. So there is that. As for other news, I think that's about it. There is something else that I'm going to have to do a separate video for. Possibly some good things underway some bad things underway as well. But, you know, it all depends on how you look at things. So, in the meantime, hope everyone's doing well. Keep on typing.